Let's talk about the last one. Sugar Bowl, 8 p.m. Eastern, January 1st. Ole Miss versus Georgia. We have seen this movie before. They
My eyes
played
are going to be
earlier.
so bloodshot, by the way. Like, I'm going to have bags under my eyes. They're going to be bloodshot just a whole day of marathoning college football.
Cannot wait. It's gonna be great. These are like the classic bowls. I love the day that ends at the Sugar Bowl. It's a great nightcap for the first. It also allows everyone in New Orleans some time to recover before they have to settle in and get over to the Sugar Dome, the Superdome, and get there for the Sugar Bowl. So this one, you know, it's going to be interesting to see because we have seen it before. Georgia was able to win. It was 43-35, 17 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. This was back when Georgia was still like first half Georgia, second half Georgia, especially fourth quarter Georgia was really good. And it was a game that was very offense heavy for better lack of a better term. 34 first downs for Georgia in the game. Had the ball for nearly 38 minutes. 510 total yards of offense, 221 on the ground. Now, kind of feels like they might be able to do that again, does it not?
Yes. After watching what the Ole Miss defense looked like against Tulane, and again, no shade to Tulane, they were moving the ball. Whether they were finishing drives is a different story. There were yards out there to be gotten, and they were getting them. That's it. That's the comment.
Oh, that's all you had? Okay. Yeah, no, that was true. Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I thought you had more. I mean, it's very factual.
I mean, that's it. Like, if you want more, I'm going to give you the more. I don't think Ole Miss is going to win this football game. Like, I think Georgia is Death Star Georgia right now, and Ole Miss to me has been a team all year where I'm like, fraud alert.
Yes. Ole Miss fans were very mad at me early in the year because I didn't rank them as early as other people did, because I was like, well, they're nearly losing to some of these teams that are not very good in the SEC. Great offense. They can move the ball. It can be explosive. Trinidad Chambliss has been awesome. All of that is super fun. The defense has been a problem all season. They are going to give up a lot of yardage. They are going to give up a lot of points, and they're going to make their offense have to go out there and win it. And again, a lot of situations they've been able to do that. But I'm with you with like the way that Georgia is playing. It's championship season, championship level football. They've got a quarterback in Gunnar Stockton who doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's not super flashy, but he gets the job done and he does it very, very well. And then again, you have a team that got way more consistent over the last 6 weeks. Like the defense, everything has been just so much better and more consistent from 1 to quarter 4. That has made such a big difference, I think, for this team. So it's hard to imagine any slip-ups enough that are going to allow Ole Miss to stay in this game. I wanted to ask you, though, Joshua, is this where the impact of no Lane Kiffin comes in? Because we didn't really see it, right? I think you or I could have been the head coach against Tulane and won the game. Like but are we going to see it here?
Yes. And I'll tell you the two ways that it'll pop up. And we saw both of them a little bit against Tulane. So the first one to me is Pete Golding having to be the game manager, head coach, while also being in charge of the defense. To me, that it puts more on your plate, and it's an adjustment, right? And so I think that was where you saw this yardage differential between the first time and the second time that they played. I don't know if he's been able to spend the time that he would want to just with his defense in preparation for the games. Right. So I think that's number one.
You mean the yardage differential against Tulane? They gave up 421 yards of offense after 282 the first time.
That's what I'm referring to. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they moved. So they really moved the ball.
They were moving it. And again, finishing drives is a different thing, but they were moving it. And to me, that is 100% like your head coach now used to be the guy who was in charge of the defense, and his time is just more spread out among other things. And when he's in game, he has to be tuned into other things, right? So I would start there. The other one to me, Charlie Weiss Jr., there was a conversation. Everybody's like, oh, he's the play caller. Lane is the head coach and he's the play caller. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I'm not fully buying that. Like, Lane is definitely the guy who is in charge of the offense. And I thought that their script to open the game, the first 10, 15, whatever you want to say is their script. They went down 3 plays, score a touchdown. They go down, 4 plays. They had 14 points in 7 plays, right?
Yeah.
And that to me is indicative of a guy who is really good at Monday through Friday, figuring out what a defense is doing and implementing the plays that he wants, and then calling them early in the game to get the look. Then you get to the part that you have to do on Saturdays, which is I've got to make adjustments, and I've got to see what this defense is doing, and I've got to be in tune to the way that the game is going, and I have to have that feel, that thing that you can't teach, of when to dial it up and when to take that shot. And I felt like that wasn't there in the latter part of the game. And you could say maybe they were shutting it down, so they weren't showing a bunch of stuff.
They had,
But
and they were dealing with a couple injuries in the game,
no
so
doubt.
maybe that's part of it.
But it certainly didn't feel like that Lane Kiffin. And I mention the whistle all the time, but when he whistles and he knows he's got it, and he's signaling a touchdown before they even snap the ball, that's not there anymore. That's not there anymore, and that's going to be a question.
That's the image. It's when he was at Alabama, and like the ball is being snapped, and he knows it's a touchdown. He's walking down with like the arms up.
He threw the play sheet in the air.
Yep. And you're right. There's a couple play callers that can do that, and they know it's going to work. And they're going to need that. I think they're going to need big plays to play in this game against Georgia because of how well Georgia's defense has been playing lately. So I'm interested in this. Although I, again, still wish it was not a rematch. Like, I really wish they had adjusted the bracket a little bit to avoid, because we had 2 rematches in the first round and 1 here in the quarters.